Can you hear me? Yep. Awesome. Excellent. Yep, I'm good to go on my end. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I need to stream. This one. There we go.
Okay, I can pause my music, and feel free to play music on your end.
Oh yeah, right. Because you watched my stream. I was like, you can listen. Yeah, right. Okay.
I got my little.
Oh, I suppose yeah, so we had just made the texture for the floor.
Yeah, we were working on like
I think we're actually still working on it.
tweaking. Yeah, the
Creating
Spanish pavement.
Yeah, create a master something.
We create a master material, and then we created an instance of that master material.
Yeah, that's what we did. That's right. Here, I'm actually looking. It's refamiliarizing myself, I guess, before I hit play. I think this is the master. Gotta figure out how to bring up. Oh, actually, where I paused is looking at the master material too. So I guess I'm good.
Oh, I should give you a lurk. Now that you're streaming.
Yeah. Man, how did... Okay. I'm gonna look at what I did again. Yeah, size, flatness, roughness, the texture itself, coordinates. You think we're better off just starting this section again?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Good review. Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I know I stopped it when I did just because my brain was shutting off, but I don't know why I thought stopping in the middle of a segment was a good idea. Okay. I'm gonna start it.
Okay.
Now that we know how to create material instances, it's now time to go over master materials. Essentially, a master material is one material to rule them all. So imagine we have a single material, and from this material, a bunch of material instances are created that are very different from each other. These instances can be anything from paint, concrete, wood, pretty much anything you can imagine, and they all share the exact same master material. So I know what I just said sounded a little bit complicated, but it's best to show with an example. We've already done a lot of the work creating a master material, and it's actually m_Spanish payment. So we're going to turn this into a generic material from which we can create multiple materials from. So let's jump back into our map, and within the content drawer, instead of calling this m_Spanish payment, let's right click and go rename and call this one m_master material. Just like that. So let's double click on it. And I want to make this master material pretty generic. So I want all my parameters to have the default values, where if I didn't edit any of them, it would basically be the same as if we plugged in all three of these textures without any of those edits. So down here, normal flatness won't make any edits or changes to the normal map, which is what we want. Normal strength is right now set to 1, which will not change the roughness map or make it more rough or more shiny. Also, I noticed I misspelled strength, so let's go fix that. And up here, color tint isn't pure white. If it was pure white, then it wouldn't edit the base color, but it's an off green right now. So I want to make this pure white. Let's double click on this, and I can do so by grabbing the saturation and bringing it all the way down like that. So now we have 1, 1, 1, and make sure your value right here is all the way up to the top like that. Now we have pure white, which isn't making any edits to the base color. Now we are making an edit to the multiply node right here. So this is a size of 0.35. So it's going to decrease the tiling and make our texture a lot bigger than what it would be by default. So I would need to set this to its default of 1 right there. So let's press apply. And as a reminder, if I open up mi_Spanish payments, essentially by changing the values within the master material in a material instance, we see size right here is 0.35. To change it to its default, all you have to do is click on the arrow like that. So for color tint, it's right now green, which is what it was originally. If I click on the arrow, now it's pure white. So let's go back. And I also want to expose the textures right here. So I want to be able to swap out each of these textures on the material instance. To do so, you can probably guess, of course, we're going to right click and go to convert to parameter. Call this one color, right click right here, roughness, and right click, convert to parameter, normal. So let's press apply. And now we get access to all those textures right here. So if I just turn and activate all of these, I can switch out any of these textures for something else. For example, I can switch it out with grass. And now we have grass as our base color, but our roughness is still using the Spanish pavement and the normal map. So I'm going to press Ctrl and Z to get rid of that. But you can imagine that if we did have a normal map for grass and a roughness for grass, that I could just swap it out really quickly. And instead of it being a Spanish pavement, it is now grass. But our master material isn't complete yet. It is missing one function, and that is allowing for metallic maps. Since our Spanish pavement right now isn't metallic, but what if we did have a metallic material and we want to use our master material? Unfortunately, there is no place that we can put a metallic map. So let's jump into m_master material and let's add that right here. So we're just going to duplicate the roughness map. So press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, because just like the roughness map, the metallic map is a mask that shows where in the texture the material should be metallic. And instead of calling it roughness, call this one metallic. Drag it up right here. That's what I was using the same UVs. And simply plug this into metallic. Now we do have the issue, and that is now even a material like our Spanish pavement, which is a metallic, will have metallic values by default, which is something we don't want. So we want the ability to be able to turn on and off this metallic map right here. So let's jump into m_master material, and we can give ourselves a toggle for this with the static switch parameter and select it right there. So let's call this one is metallic.
Oh my god, it actually started, oh, we caught up at one point.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I was like, oh, okay, I guess
Yeah.
we're...
Shoot. Okay.
I
Go
think
back.
all we're doing right now, he mentioned like copying and pasting. I forgot what he copied and pasted.
I don't think I did this metallic thing.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, so we're farther back than that. It was like basically in the middle.
Forgot my glasses.
I think right here. Got your glasses?
Yep, I got them.
Okay.
Just like the roughness map, the metallic map is a mask that shows where in the texture the material should be metallic. And instead of calling it roughness, call this one metallic. Drag it up right here. That's what I was using the same UVs. And simply plug this into metallic. Now we do have the issue.
I think this is different. I don't have metallic.
I think he copied...
Just copied it and just renamed it.
Awesome.
And he's going to do something else with it probably.
Oh, I didn't even rename my okay.
Oh yeah, I
hold on.
definitely didn't do this because I have nothing going into metallic.
Oh, how do we rename?
A right click, I think. or double click. Right
Double-
click. Right click.
Right click.
Maybe not. Okay, maybe
What the
not.
fuck?
I forgot how to do it. You would think it'd be that. Oh, well.
And that is, and simply plug. And instead of calling it roughness, call this one metallic. Drag
It's
it
on the
up right
left.
here. That's what
It's on the left.
Oh, left. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
the-
click
the
on,
ma-
click on the node and then yeah, on the left. Should be. What the heck is it? I saw him click on the left and now I'm like,
Alright.
where?
Back it up and play again, please.
Yeah.
using the sameness, call this one. The material should be metallic.
Okay.
And
so-
instead of calling it roughness, call this one
Parameter
metallic.
name under general.
Drag it up right here.
I don't have a general. Oh,
I don't even have
oh,
gen-
that's because there are two different tabs. There's details and there's parameters.
So that global.
Well, actually, that's still not there. Oh, it should be under details. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, what the heck?
Oh,
Where the heck is it?
That's what I was using. Calling it roughness, call this one. The material should be metallic. And instead of calling it roughness, call this one. The material should be metallic. And instead of calling it roughness, call this one metallic.
Wow.
details. Texture sample is missing. General tab in details. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Oh. How to find mixing. This sucks. Why can't I rename a material node? Engine F2? Try F2. Nope. Control Alt. No, that's convert the parameter. What? Convert to text. No, convert to parameter. Convert to texture object. Okay, we have to convert these nodes before we can rename them. So I think we have to go back further. What did
Okay.
he do to these nodes to be able to rename them?
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, let's go back.
Metallic map is a map. So press Control and let's add that right. A metallic map. So let's jump into m_master material and let's add that right here. So we're just gonna duplicate the roughness map. So press Control C, Control V, because just like the roughness map, the metallic map is a mask that shows where in the texture the material should be metallic. And instead of calling it roughness, call this one metallic. Drag it up right here. That's what I was using the same UVs.
He just copy pasted it. Hello, Kelsey. We're struggling to figure out where we left off on this video game tutorial last time.
I'm going to try converting this to a texture object. And parameters, no, still nothing.
Let's see here. I'm just going to copy that and then paste it. And I definitely can't change the name. That's so weird. Let's drag this over here.
Convert to parameter. Okay, maybe. Oh, that's what it is. They're all parameters. They're param 2Ds. Holy shit.
Do this.
Huh.
Convert to
Seriously?
parameter.
Okay. Yep. That's all right. So I'm
Oh,
just gonna do this on the texture samples. Convert to parameter. Okay. Let's just drag these up and try and get everything on screen.
I need to connect this too. Well, I didn't do that before.
Okay, so what is he calling the first one? Just color?
Yeah. Color is...
Second one is
Yeah.
going to be metallic or something.
Convert to parameter.
This one is roughness. Oops. This is last one, just normal. Okay, that makes sense. It's a normal map. Okay, it is definitely important to keep these organized, not just trying to be like nitpicky or anything
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
definitely. Like, I keep shifting them. I'm doing it exactly as he's doing it, if nothing, to build a habit.
Yeah.
And it's handy that you can drag, and you can drag multiple things at the same time.
Yeah.
I think there were things I did not have connected before. I think I have them connected now. There's supposed to be 4 different things coming out of that one multiplier.
Yeah.
And that's...
And then multiply connects to the UVs on metallic, but we haven't connected anything after that. I think we're going to put in like a toggle switch. I
Probably.
think you mentioned
Yeah,
something.
right. Yeah, he did.
And simply plug this into metallic.
Or not.
Okay.
Now we do have the issue, and that is now even a material like our Spanish payment, which is a metallic, will have metallic values by default, which is something we don't want. So we want the ability to be able to turn on and off this metallic map right here. So let's jump into m_master material, and we can give ourselves a toggle for this.
There you go.
With the static switch parameter. And select it right there. So let's call this one is metallic. And then if it is, then we're going to use the metallic map. But if it's not, we're going to use the default value of metallic, which is just 0. So hold down 1 and left click to bring in a constant scalar value. And by default, it is 0. So plug it up like this. And now we have a nice switch.
Go back to the diagram.
Sure.
1 and left click
Oh,
to bring in a constant scalar value. And by default, it is 0.
okay.
Let's see, this constant scalar. Okay, this, and then
Oh,
just
how do you
just a
disconnect it?
normal constant. Okay.
Let's see.
Alt click, I
Left click
think. Disconnect.
to bring in a value of metallic, which is just 0. But if it's not, we're going to use the default value of metallic, which is just 0. So hold down 1 and left click to bring in a constant scalar value.
Oh, I forgot they had like those hotkeys. Damn it.
One left click. Cool.
Going back and forth.
And then that is metallic, so we'll punch that into metallic.
Hold on, I need to...
And color tint. And do shadows are more pronounced. It says the default value. But if what he just said sounded a lot, we're going back into our map. And within the and now we get access. Switch it out with grass. And now we have a grass and a roughness function. But what if we did have, we can put a right here. So we're just going to duplicate metallic image don't want. So we want the ability to be able to turn on and off this metallic map right here. So let's jump into m_master material, and we could give ourselves a toggle for this with the static switch parameter and select it right there. So let's call this one is metallic. And then if it is, then we're going to use the metallic map. But if it's not, we're going to use the default value of metallic, which is just 0. So hold down 1 and left click.
Hold on. So, it just fixes itself if you do this, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Don't even have to decouple it.
Do you know what map we're working on?
Oh, you mean the level?
Yeah.
Material. If you named it what he named it, it's material example level.
Okay. Where did? Oh boy.
You gotta. I literally just did it. Go to File, Open Level,
File.
or
open
Control
level.
O. And then.
Oh, how did that end up there?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Okay, so
it default didn't load my level either, so.
Yeah.
I had to actually open it.
I have to move my stuff around, I think.
Yeah, it's okay.
Content? Yes. Yeah, okay, that's where it ended up. My stuff. Move here. Thank you. Source code. Oh. Never mind. I'm not moving my file anywhere.
Oh, were you trying to like move in the File Explorer? Or?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, the in-app file explorer.
Oh yeah. I guess.
Well, regardless,
probably just didn't have permissions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you start moving things around in Unity, it can break things, and that was the warning it gave me in Unreal. Is like, you're moving your file. That can change the reference to things, and assets might not load correctly. So I just said, fuck it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's fair. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Let's see. I'm just. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, I can hit play. I can hit play. For sure.
Go for it.
Okay.
To bring in a constant scalar value, and by default it is 0. So plug it up like this.
Oh yeah.
And now we have a nice switch where, let's say for example, if we do have a metallic material, all we have to do in the material instance is check is metallic to true and drag in that metallic map right here. But if I turn it off,
is metallic true? Oh yeah, right
Where's he
here.
seeing that?
Oh, and you just check if it's true or false.
How did he bring up that menu? Oh, he's in the level. Okay.
You go to your materials in the content drawer.
Okay.
And then you click on, which one was it? You had to name it MI Spanish Pavement.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's the material instance. It says material instance under the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
And how did he bring up the menu? He's looking at a menu. It
didn't default do it for you?
Oh, it's
There's a
its own
details menu.
tab. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's pulled it away. Like, what the fuck is he doing? He taught us how to make tabs out of everything. Okay, whatever.
Oh yeah, I guess you can't actually see that on my screen anyway.
I could switch over to your tab.
No, like it's
But
it's not my screen. It's showing the specific program.
Yeah.
Because that's a new tab. It's like, oh well, we're not showing that. I probably should change that. It's not like
so there was something about metallic.
Yeah, so we made a metallic. Oh, he was talking about how now you can change it. Oh, I should change this to my desktop and like a screen instead of a game capture, quote unquote.
Lightness, material overrides? No. I'm not seeing the toggle for metallic though. Where's he seeing that? What the hell?
Did you set it all up?
I thought I did. Maybe I'm missing a step. Am I missing a step? What do I do next? I've got everything hooked up. I've got the switch and the scale, the constant.
The switch parameter, yeah.
Yeah, what do I do next? Do I start? Oh, I make it. I have to right click on it or something, right? No.
You're right. No, you shouldn't have to.
What did you do?
I should probably look at your. I'll just look at. See what you have going on.
Did you do anything to metallic to make it show up in?
I mean, yeah, I need to fix my. Here, you know what? First, let me change it so that I'm showing my screen on Twitch
Yeah.
and YouTube instead of
Normal roughness.
the program. Because yeah, you can't see my tab when I'm in a different tab. When I'm in the other tab. Add a source. Screen capture.
Fuck? How did he do this?
Add source, but not that desktop.
There's something you have to do to make something a thing, and I thought it is a parameter. I converted it to a parameter, but now it's not showing up.
Yeah, that's a bit unusual. It worked for me. Hold on. This desktop needs to go under the overlay. If I can get it down there. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Oh, there we don't go. What the hell? Oh, I didn't quite make it. Okay. Different desktop though. Screen.
Well, let me just take a look at your stream if
Yeah,
it's causing.
I just managed to get it up. So yes, that's why I wanted to bring that up like that so that you could see.
Yeah, that's what I've got. That's
yeah, and then when I bring up
switch. Wait, what is that under the switch? There's like a subtitle under the switch
just the
that you have
value.
highlighted. I can't. I just have.
It's true, false.
What's the subtext under switch? I can't actually zoom in and see
it just says false. Switch parameter false.
Switch what?
Switch parameter. Did you
Start previewing node? Is that it?
Cuz
Enable real time, break node link. What is switch parameter false? What is that?
Did you pick the function or the parameter? Cuz there's a static switch and then there's a static switch parameter. You want the parameter.
Static switch parameter. Ah, that's the issue.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. True, false, metallic. Okay. Wow, that was confusing as fuck.
I caught that too, like, and I I had a 50-50 chance of getting it right. I heard him say parameter, so I was like, "Oh, must be that one."
Enable real-time previewing of this expression node. No. Okay, so now what do I do with Spanish? The instance. Wait, no, it's supposed to be working now.
It works for me. If you look, like, yeah, my screen, it says global switch parameter under parameter groups. The global scalar parameter value, where they had the normal, flatness, the roughness, strength, and the size. Underneath that, it says global static.
Hold on. So I open up the instance that you're talking about in the instance, right?
Yeah, when you.
Oh, okay. So I have not labeled it correctly. Then great. Parameter name. Wow, it drew the name from there. is metallic. Okay. Apply, save. Holy fuck. And yes, is metallic. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, the left,
I'm caught up.
yeah. The right check is just to check if it's true or false. And I'm seeing a change when I click it, so
Okay.
okay. Now that we're good, I'm gonna hit play.
Off. Then it gets rid of that metallic map.
Oh shoot, except I'm not, because I just realized now it's blocking. This needs to go above that. There we go.
So let me go make some adjustments to our Spanish payment. Bring down the size. Also, it's a little bit too reflective right now. So I'm going to increase the roughness strength just a little bit to make it a little bit less shiny. And now we have a pretty versatile master material that we can use for a whole range of different scenarios. And we're going to use this master material in the next chapter. Now that we can import textures and have a master material, let's go over how we can import 3D objects and bring them into Unreal Engine. And it's very important to know that in Unreal Engine, 3D objects are called static meshes. And static meshes, by itself, are just a collection of vertices and faces in space. If you want to change the way that object looks, then we need to add on a material, and generally this material is comprised of multiple textures. So to break down how a 3D asset is constructed in Unreal Engine, first we have our static mesh, which is a plain 3D object. And then to change the way that static mesh looks, we need to add a material. And this material can be comprised of multiple textures. So to better get a sense of how 3D assets are made, let's create our own 3D asset in Unreal Engine.
Darn it, I just realized. Okay. Which desktop? That desktop. This one needs to be screen 3. Why are you changing both of them? What the heck? Oh, it's... These are not like two instances of screen capture. I have two different... You see what I'm going on? Or...
Yeah, you're changing one screen capture.
I had to make a new one on the spot. I thought that would solve the problem. It did not. Well, it could capture a window. It could capture a window. How about that?
Yeah, do that. Do that.
There we go. Maybe. And then here, this other desktop.
I wish I had a hotkey to just mute my mic universally throughout my system. Whoa. Hey, this needs to shut up. There we go. Yeah, because like I might have issues like that where I have noises that or coughs or something, but like if I mute my mic in Streamlabs, I don't mute it for you. And I don't have a way to mute it from a system level. I don't know.
That's why
I'll look at it. Yeah.
That's the thing I like about the Elgato Wave 3 is that it has like an actual mute button right on the microphone before any other thing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just tap the top of my microphone and it mutes itself universally. But there's definitely something you can... I don't know. I'd have to look too. I'm actually not sure off the top of my head what you can
There
do about
might
that.
be
There's definitely a way.
keyboard hotkey, like control. Actually, I think I have it right here.
Like computer input or something. Yeah, you could. There's got to be a hotkey for like just Windows hotkey for your mic or something you could do. I would think. So anyway, let's see. Is this good now? I mean, it's not, but maybe it is. No, it's not. I'll make this one. Well, shoot. Because if I make it... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Do I really not know? Oh, man. Well, that's frustrating. I wish I'd foreseen this. It's like now I have to actually try and fix this, or just go back to what I was doing. I might have to do that. This might be
It was,
a next
yeah, if
time
it was
issue.
working before.
Well, it was working,
Hmm.
but it was also not, because like when I guess I could just go back and forth between the two, for the time being. Because the issue was I wanted to show you what my parameter tab looked like, but because it was only streaming the the quote unquote game capture. It was only streaming the one window, right? You couldn't
Yeah.
see my other window on the Twitch stream. But now I have this
Um,
other issue.
can you
So,
create a new source? Like it.
oh my God, you're right. That's what I did wrong. I'm an idiot. Okay. Yeah, that is what I did wrong. It's supposed to be a new source. This is the same source. It's not.
Ah.
It's
Okay.
not. Yeah, the issue isn't actually
That
that.
is a duplication. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
So remove that scene. New source. Well, actually, no.
Hello,
I did.
Carmelite sauce.
Sorry, you guys.
No, that's okay. That's okay. They're gone now.
Oh, rip. Maybe I'm wrong. Well,
It looks like you've got two separate things now.
yeah, that's because I got. Oh God, I'll worry about this another time. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. This is a dumb thing to try and fix right now. It's not worth it.
The 3D object we're going to be importing into Unreal Engine right now is included within the beginner assets. So double click to
Oh.
open this up, and it's the
Yeah.
woodcrate.fbx.
Oh yeah.
So that's content, starter content, apps, materials, particles, props. What was he importing?
Actually, he's
Onto
actually just
the-
doing it from the folder in Windows.
Oh boy, okay.
Yeah, right. I
I-
know. I'm like, oh crap. I gotta go dig that thing up.
Where did I thought I had a shortcut for it. Was this it?
I put it on the desktop for me, so that's.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did
think I-
that.
Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. I have a shortcut to it on my desktop.
What do you mean I can't do
so
that?
we're just importing the wood crate right now, is that right?
Yeah, and except I guess not really, because it's telling me to pound sand. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's a
Yep.
number of wood crate thingies. Okay, I'm gonna select all of them and then just drag them in.
Let's see. I'm gonna see where he puts it.
So we're going to import this into Unreal Engine. If I double click on it to see what this 3D model is, we can see that it's just a very simple crate. So nothing too fancy, but it will get the point across on how we create 3D assets in Unreal Engine. So let's go into content drawer, and under my stuff, I'm going to save everything, right click, let's create a brand new folder, call this one wooden crate. Let's double click to go inside of it.
Okay.
New folder. Shit, how to do a new folder? New folder, there it is. Okay.
Oh, wait,
Wooden
where
crate. Folder name may not contain spaces. Whoops.
under my
Whatever.
stuff.
My stuff, wooden crate. Okay. And now the import?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, yeah.
I kind of want to let him talk more because I technically don't know, but you would think.
So wooden crate will have all our assets that combine to create the wooden crate asset. So first, let's import the 3D model.
Okay.
So hold down left mouse button, drag it, and simply let go. Now we have a bunch of FBX import options. Generally, I keep it at default. If you do see something is different, click on reset the default to get those default values back. Now, generally under materials, for create new materials, I do not create a material. Since we are not going to be starting from scratch, we're going to be using the master material on this. And for import textures, uncheck that to false since we aren't going to be importing any textures, since I'd rather import those textures manually, and click on import. So we might get this warning. That's fine. You can ignore that. And now if I double click on the wood crate, we can see that our wooden crate has been successfully imported into Unreal Engine 5. I can
All
drag
right.
this out into my scene, scale it, rotate it, move it around. Pretty much it has all the same functionalities as any of the objects that Unreal Engine comes with. So that's how you import a 3D object. Let's go over how we can create a material for this 3D.
My things being dumb again. What is this?
Oh no.
Message sound? Where did that come
That's a
from?
warning. That's
There it
no
is.
smoothing.
There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, you can ignore that. That doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
The object. Now, luckily for us, we've already done most of the work, and that is our master material. So m_master material has everything that we need to create a material for this object, except the textures. So let's import the textures real quickly. Press Control and Space to bring up the content drawer. Select all of them with Shift and drag them into the content drawer. So let's double check that all our
Okay.
And importing. Ooh, it's smart imported the normal map as a normal map.
Oh.
Holy shit, that's really slick. Oh my goodness. That's really cool.
Oh shit, come on. Where is it? I gotta open up the content drawer again. And I need this thing out of my face. There we go. There we go. Just gonna save all that.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
Okay. Let me hit play.
maps are correct, starting with the base color, and sRGB is turned on, which is exactly what we want. Would create underscore metallic should have sRGB turned off since this is a mask. And this fancy texture right here we are going to ignore, but I
He's telling me things and I'm not doing them.
will go over underscore metallic.
Oh,
sRGB is
yes.
turned. Double check that all our maps are correct, starting with the
Okay.
base color, and sRGB is turned on.
Where do you find sRGB?
Click on each individual material in...
I see it. Okay.
Okay, so... Yeah, that's turned
sRGB.
on. Okay.
You want
Which is exactly what we
sRGB on
want.
everything? I'm assuming?
Probably.
Would create underscore metallic should have sRGB turned off since this is a mask.
Oh.
And
Alrighty.
Okay, I turned
Okay.
that off. You don't save it. Oh, I should probably... Just in case. Yeah, no, definitely should save it. Okay.
Yep.
this fancy texture right here we are going to ignore, but I will go over it in just a bit. And right there is would create underscore normal. Let's double click, make sure that it was imported as a normal map. sRGB is turned off, and compression settings is set to normal map.
Wait, how do you check it's normal?
I don't know. Compression setting
Oh, I
normal. I
guess-
see that.
Oh, wait, I guess... Oh, no, it says it's a texture for me.
Oh, where does it say that?
Would create normal.
Um,
It says texture under the title. Yeah, his... Well, actually, his... I can't actually tell on his. I don't
Which is
know.
exactly what we want is on. sRGB is turned off, underscore normal. Let's double click, make sure that it was imported as a normal map. sRGB is turned off, and compression settings is set to normal map.
I guess that's. I think that's correct.
Yeah, I think
'Cause-
it did everything correctly.
Because, like I
Let's
said, it
import as a normal map.
automatically. Yeah. Oh! Compression settings, normal map. Do you see that?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
did.
That's what.
That's how you know?
That's what. Yeah.
Okay.
sRGB is turned off, and compression settings is set to normal map, which is exactly what we want. And for roughness, of course, since this is a roughness mask, make sure sRGB is turned off. So let's go save everything and create a material instance of our master material. So
Okay.
All right, but what are we doing? Well, I guess we're gonna come back to the metallic
Yeah,
and do
he
work
said
on
he
that.
was going to come back to that.
let's right click, create material instance, and call this one mi_wooden crate.
Okay.
create material instance. mi underscore
Oh, and that's
wooden.
yeah, that's under my. Make sure you're under my stuff, not the wooden crate folder.
Yes. Open it, and then we'll just pop that right here. Okay.
Underscore wooden crate.
So drag this into our wooden crate folder, and
Are you serious?
Okay. All right. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why
Whatever.
he did it out there, but okay.
Uh,
Move here.
there you go. Move here. All right.
Probably just wants you to learn all these extra steps in case you're
I
like,
guess.
oh my god, I wasn't in the proper folder. What do I do now? Gasp.
Yeah.
and move here. So double click, and we have our material instance. So I'm going to apply this to our crate, and obviously it's using the...
Hold up. Mine, like, has nothing to it. Why does his have
Your
stuff to
screen
it?
is black.
Yeah,
Oh wait, there it is.
it pops out and it's...
Where's your box? Have you put the box in the scene yet?
Oh yeah, that probably would help.
That is, you drag the box on the screen, and then you drag the instance material onto it. Oops.
I missed a step.
wrong material wooden crate folder, and so instance of our master material. So let's right click, create material instance.
That's where I screwed up.
Ah,
Oh, and that's why we were in there. Yeah, okay. Create material instance. We'll make this one MI.
Michigan underscore wooden crate.
Yep.
Oh shit! I gotta tell you about my cousin.
Oh,
Holy
yeah?
fuck! He's going insane. Like
Oh.
literally insane. His schizophrenia is developing into like full-blown paranoid schizophrenia.
Oh.
Like he had like this blowout when he came over and visited with my grandma,
Yeah.
and he just went off, like, I don't know, ranting and raving about all this like fascist rhetoric. He was literally screaming about how like feminism is ruining like Western democracy, and how women aren't supposed to work, and women are only working because men are weak. But like, oh, he was going off. Like, he's got a 3-year-old, and he's now got a newborn. His 3-year-old was shouting, "Daddy, stop," and he didn't even hear her while he was like ranting.
Yeah, that's not good. That's
Anyway,
not good at all.
yeah, he's my grandma and my aunt, and also my sister is informing my aunt of like the fascist rhetoric and the conspiracy theory stuff, and I'm informing grandma on like the culture of conspiracy theory and far right-wing hysteria. I'm staying out of trying to manage Brian. It would probably come to blows because he's that like irrational and violent. So I'm just staying out of it. But like, he's already admitted to people that he has seen aliens. He has now admitted that he has seen Lucifer,
No.
or has had some kind of a conversation with Lucifer. And he's now like going off about Satanists, so I'm obviously not going to talk to him, myself being pagan. and and a communist, and he is a full-on fascist now is what my I think is what he is describing himself as. But anyway, so hopefully he gets the help he needs. I doubt it's going to happen, but I'm kind of expecting either he gets kicked out because he cheated on his girlfriend when she was pregnant, got kicked out. They ended up getting back together because she wanted to have a family and she wanted her daughter to have a father. But now they've got a newborn and he's getting worse. But the house is in her name. They're not married, and she has full custody of the kids. He has no custody because they're not married. But he has a box truck, and he makes money with the box truck doing deliveries. She used to ride along with him and work with him, but like I'm wondering what's going to happen if she kicks him out. Like, is she going to have an income? What's going to happen to the kids? Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it does somehow keep getting worse, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, that is. I mean, that is a rough situation for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And Kelsey's right. It is continuing to get worse.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what Kelsey was
Yeah.
commenting on.
Yep.
It's I don't know. He needs a reality check, and I just hope everybody remains safe. That's all I got to say on it.
Yeah.
We can move on. I just wanted to give you that update.
Okay. Yeah, because I do remember you originally talking to me about this like forever ago. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And call this one mi_wooden crates. So drag this into our wooden crate folder and move here. So double click, and we have our material instance. So I'm going to apply this to our crate, and obviously it's using the wrong textures.
Spanish
So
tile
let's
crate.
open up our material instance for wooden crate and activate color, normal, and roughness. So let's drag those textures that we want, specifically color into base color, roughness into roughness, and normal into normal. Our material is almost complete.
Oh, hold up. I missed how that works.
Metallic. Now we get the metallic texture. Let's turn this on, find where our metallic map is, and simply drag it onto texture and let go like that.
Okay.
And now our nails are metallic. We can see it's successful.
So you drag and drop everything.
Oh, I see what he has to. Okay, color, normal, roughness. Okay, I think you have to have those boxes checked. Yes, you do. Okay, and then normal, and then roughness. Cool.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay. This one here. And then metallic. Where the heck's my... Where's my metallic? Oh. Is metallic. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go.
Huh, I can't see it on your stream.
Yeah, that's the thing I need to fix. You can't see this. This is why I was trying to change it to the desktop instead of the program, because it's not going to show it. Oh, well, also it's a black screen, but even if it wasn't a black... Well, yeah, see, it came back, and you still can't see my tab. That's why I need to figure out how to have two different screens, and I got frustrated trying to make it work, because I just want to keep things moving.
Can you drag the window into the tabs at the top of your Unreal window? And then you can switch.
That's right. Oh, how do you... Oh, okay. Okay, it's like not actually... Yeah, I mean, you're right. I remember that being a thing. I just don't... How do you do that again exactly?
Instead of grabbing from the top of the toolbar, grab from the top of the tab, and then you just drag and drop.
From the top of the tab.
Yep. So like you see the toolbar is the very top of the window,
Yeah.
but the tab is the little rectangle that has its name and the asterisk if it needs to be saved. So you grab there and then you can drag and drop wherever you want.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Well, now you, as soon as it's not a black screen anymore, you should be able to see it. I do wonder if that's an issue I can fix. I don't know.
Hey, there it is.
And there it went.
Yeah. Oh, and black.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it? Okay. Is that a connection issue?
I don't think it is. I think it's my computer trying to do everything at once. Probably. Probably. I'm guessing. It's a wild guess. I honestly don't know. Wood grade. Okay. Roughness. Metallic roughness. This goes here. Wait, no, it doesn't. Oh, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe it does, actually.
Are you capturing that with a game capture or a screen capture?
Game capture.
The game capture?
Yep, I'm using the game capture utility for that. Which was, again, why you couldn't see it without me drag and dropping that other tab into the... Why don't I know words? I don't know how to use words to just explain what my issue was.
I'm there with you. I'm just confirming, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. I think I did it all right. Here, let me just double check.
We'll let go like that. It's on that is metallic armor material that we want. Specifically, color into base color, roughness into roughness, and normal into normal. Our material is almost complete, but we are
normal. Normal's.
Yep.
I think normal's the one I'm missing.
That's the one that looks purple.
Oh yeah,
in the thumbnail.
yeah. But where do I put it?
So you from the content tray, you would drag it over into the material tray where it says normal.
I see normal
And
flatness.
I can't see your screen.
I know, it's frustrating. I don't...
Well, you see the checkboxes.
Specified windows,
where it
not a
says
game.
color, normal, roughness.
What about roughness? Oh, oh my god. Okay. I'm just trying to find normal. He has it under... Yeah, it's a texture parameter. I don't have that. I don't have... Oh my god, there it is.
Oh.
I don't have normal for a texture parameter.
Oh, there it is again. If I...
These are my texture parameters. Color, metallic, and roughness.
Oh, okay. So go back into MI Spanish pavement.
You mean master
Or,
material?
I'm sorry. Yeah, master material.
Yeah.
Actually, I do want to see MI Spanish pavement.
I'm gonna have to open it. Because it disappeared.
Oh, never mind then.
I
Okay,
probably-
so for roughness, you've
Right.
got something. Roughness goes from RGB to a multiply. Is that what you have?
Yeah. And then it goes into roughness.
All right, and do you have roughness as a did you convert that to a parameter?
I think I had to name it that. Yeah, I did, because I can't do it.
Okay. Oh shit, now your screen's gone. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, select multiply.
That's just a node.
And it only has constant A, constant B, and description on the left-hand side. Is that correct?
Yep. Or expression.
Expression? Oh, right.
Oh
Material
no,
expression.
it does say description. You're right.
Okay. Why is that not?
Yeah, I wonder why. I
Roughness strength. That's a param 1. I'm assuming. Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, parameter 1.
Okay, and then do you need to save that? No, you don't. Go over wooden crate, please. So you have color, you have normal. Wait, isn't that what roughness is there? Yeah.
Roughness is just roughness.
Those three larger ones. That's where you would drag the texture.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
The wooden base color is where it should be. Metallic is where it should be, I think. This roughness occlusion. Right? No?
Well, the first one is supposed to be color.
Yeah, base color.
The second one, normal.
There's no normal. I don't have a normal parameter.
Normal. Okay. Master material, roughness, normal. Okay. Go back to master material.
Where did I screw up and get rid of my normal?
That's okay. We're scroll down. Scroll down.
It's supposed to be this,
see the bottom.
I think.
Nope. There, that blue one.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be. Yeah.
That's the one. That's not converted to a parameter yet.
That's okay.
Yeah, I got it. I still got it. Yeah.
Okay, and then apply that.
Yes.
Look at that. There's a normal. Okay.
So roughness. Did I
We
even
did
do
it.
this?
Now I just need to. Where did I put you? Content browser. Wouldn't crate normal.
And you could probably unselect the metallic. We're not currently doing anything with that, so yeah, uncheck the metallic. Because he wants us to do something special with that in a second. I'm not sure what he's thinking.
Yeah.
It might be like reverse metallic to make it even more rough. Actually, maybe that's where we're going.
Well, the box looks good at any rate. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Finally move on.
We're missing one last thing, and that is the metallic map to make our nails metallic. So to do so, this is why we added the is metallic switch right here. And now we get the metallic texture. Let's turn this on, find where our metallic map is, and simply drag it onto texture and let go like that. And now
hold on. Hold on. Save. I have is metallic.
Yep, and that should be set to true.
Yep, but now I'm not seeing where I put in my metallic material. That's a parameter. Is metallic is a parameter. But use current texture, start previewing, enable. Why can't... I don't need the Spanish paper anymore. Why? Okay, now I don't have the metallic. My metallic is a parameter. Is metallic. Enable real-time. Collapse to function. What is going on? Why can't I change this? Control Alt. Texture sample parameter 2D expression is identical to the texture sample, except that it is a parameter that can be modified in instances of the material and through code. Just save that. Wooden crate. I don't have the ability. What the fuck is going on with this? How come like I'm doing the same thing that you guys are doing. He's got the normal map there. Do I have to just destroy it?
Wait, why are you having an issue? I'm sorry. I was.
My
fixing
metallic
the
isn't showing up. Roughness, parameter name metallic. Maybe the issue is the naming.
Maybe.
And then we apply. Save. Wooden crate. If I just reopen it. Fuck, where is it? Wooden crate, there it is. It's still not there. I have no ability to import a metallic texture into this material.
Because you can't even turn on the switch parameter.
Well, I click on is metallic, and there's another checkbox next to it that does nothing.
That's the true-false statement.
Oh, gods!
Yep.
Thank you.
It should.
I was overlooking it.
You have to.
It should say that.
You have to drag it. I had to drag over it, and it said true as a tooltip, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, that mystery is solved.
Yep.
Metallic, dragging into metallic. Oh, save. Okay. Now my nail heads are metallic. Yay!
Yay! Oh, is that what? I was wondering what that was. Actually, I didn't realize.
That's all that
nails.
it is.
I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Wooden crates have nails, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Oh, I need to full screen again. Now can hit play. Wait. Oh, I should switch back to. I also put my content browser in there too, so that I can see what that. Oh my god, I'm gonna screen. I gotta figure out how to fix this.
Yeah, that's really strange.
It really is. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll have to try and look into it. And that's the thing that frustrates me, is that it's not a consistent issue. It's just coming in and out, and I don't know why.
Now our nails are metallic. We can see it successfully reflecting the sun. So that's pretty amazing how very quickly we were able to automate the process of creating a material by using our master material. So we could create a material without ever even touching the material graph by just creating an instance of that master material. And what's amazing is that we still have access to all the parameters right here. So I can change the normal flatness to -5 to increase the normals, or I can go into roughness strength and decrease the roughness value to make our box even shinier. I can even go into color tint and give it a slightly orangey reddish tint. Now, it is important that if you do drag a texture onto an object and the texture looks like this, so it looks completely out of sync, that's because the size value most likely is not 1. So come into size and make sure that it's set to 1 as its default value. So now we have a nice box asset. I can hold on Alt, duplicate this, maybe scale it up, and even drag it from the content browser. But now we do have an issue, and that is when we drag a box from the content browser, it does not have the material we just created. So to set our box's default material, we need to open up the asset static mesh editor, and within here we see that we have a default material slot. Right now it's using the world grid material. We're going to set this to mi_wooden like that. Press save, and now that material is applied to all our boxes, even when we drag out a brand new box. Before we move on to the next chapter, I think it's important to point out what this texture right here does. So I'm going to double click on it, and this texture does look a little bit weird, but essentially what it is that it combines several different masks into one texture using the RGB channels. I know that might sound confusing, but essentially in computer graphics, color is made up of a red channel, a green channel, and a blue channel. So what developers realize is that they can take these individual channels and then hide masks inside of them. So for example, if we uncheck the blue channel and the green channel, we see that the red channel of this texture is our metallic mask. Uncheck red, check green, our green channel's roughness, uncheck green, and check blue, our blue channel is
Weird.
ambient occlusion, although we won't use ambient occlusion. I
Yeah.
included it within a texture to show that we can hide 3 different masks inside a single texture. And because
That's cool.
even though this is a color texture, it's actually going to be used as masks, we want to uncheck sRGB right there. So the way we would use this in a material is let's create a brand new material, call this one mask example, and double click to go inside of it. So if we were to create a material from this mask, I'm going to drag out our base color in our normal map, because of course we still need them. And instead of using our metallic or our roughness texture, we combine those into one individual texture right here. So we don't need those since they're combined into this one. And our red channel is metallic, so I'm going to grab from the R pin into metallic, and our green channel is roughness. Now roughness didn't have to be the green channel, it could have been blue or red, just I decided to use the green channel. And if I press apply, inside of our map, let's apply the new material to this crate. And right now there is a slight difference between the two, since in the material instance I am using color tint. So reset that back to white, and jumping back here we can see that there's virtually no difference in between combining the textures or using the textures separately. So I included it within this course because it's pretty important to know why Unreal developers use this, since you will be seeing this a lot. Also, it's good to know exactly what these R, G, and B pins are used for. That is how you create Unreal assets. But you're probably wondering now, how do I move Unreal assets in between different Unreal projects? Because it would be a real shame if every time we create a new project, we have to remake all the assets. And we can move assets in between projects through an easy process called migration. So to migrate assets in between 2 Unreal projects, of course we need a new Unreal project. Included within the downloadable content, link in the description below, is a project that contains some assets I want to bring into our first project that we've been working on. So within the zip file, go into it, and it's specifically...
Wait, there was more? I don't even remember there being more. Oh my
Within the zip file, there's
Yeah.
beginner assets, castle assets, and intro Unreal projects.
I wasn't prepared to dig that up. Okay. Downloads.
And I'm glad that he's made this for us, because that's kind of shaving like minutes off of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Except those minutes are instead being used for me. Oh, here it is. Trying to find the folder is what I was going to say. So he's the castle. Oh no, the intro Unreal project.
Yep. That's it. And
extract that one then.
Yeah.
I can't right-click extract. I don't want to. Well, I must have extracted it at some point.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't.
I definitely extracted the crate assets. But did I do that too? Oh, whatever. Just do it again. Who cares? I feel like I had to, because my only option is to extract all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then...
Well, let's see where... Oh, let's see. I'm going to see where it extracts to, and then... Okay.
I think the folder name in and of itself is called Intro Unreal 5.
Yeah. Well, after a string of numbers and letters.
Well, once you extract the folder, it shouldn't have that, I don't think.
No, I don't think it does. I think that's just the zip.
Gotcha.
Probably.
Oh, as I was biking, the crows, they see me coming in. It helps that I have a crow call that I announce my presence with, but it was really cool because, like, I have 2 main crow feeding spots, and Crow Family 1 wasn't really around, but Crow Family 2 was. And as I was biking in, there's like an abandoned building with a big ass parking lot, and I feed them at the back of the parking lot. So like they see me riding in on my bike on the road, and then they start like flying around me. There's a few of them that were like flying behind me by like 10, 12 feet.
Oh.
It's so close. They're getting very familiar with me.
Yeah, definitely. That's neat.
Yeah, I still have pictures of the crow that I tried to save.
Oh, yeah.
It was cool. It's a cool find.
Hmm.
One of these days I'll save a crow life, but
For sure. Just at least try.
yeah.
I found it. Is it just one
Nice.
Intro
window?
Unreal project. So just drag it onto our desktop to unzip it, and double click to go inside of the project.
That's how I avoided extracting them all.
Ah, gotcha.
It's
Okay.
all coming together now.
Folder. To open up an Unreal project, double click on the .u project. Now that I have the
Yay.
downloaded project open up, if I press Control and Space, we can see all the content that's currently inside of it. Now, if your content folder is empty, then that means you didn't unzip the project. So make sure you do unzip the project before opening it up. So I have a folder called Lighting Examples.
I think that's probably what literally the issue. Well, I did extract it though, and it still says couldn't set association for project. Check the file is writable.
Woo. Okay.
Oh, maybe that is still under the.
Is it still currently extracting?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess I assumed it did it already, but maybe it didn't. I'm actually starting to think that is still the. No, that's an extracted file or folder.
Okay. The folder. Let me pull mine up. Okay. Intro.
Something else. I don't know what's working now. I don't know what I did differently, but it's working now.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We were about to explore like file properties and shit.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. Awesome. Okay. Now
Missing
it
project
says
settings. Missing settings. Missing settings.
yeah, targeted shaders. There's shader issues, but my game world is
Oh, I
mostly empty,
suppose
but it was his. So
mine has
ooh,
something. Actually, something came up with mine.
oh,
Oh yeah, it's all loading in. Oh, okay. Whoa, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna have us do all this from scratch. Like not scratch, but like it wasn't like, oh, okay, I did like 80% of this world for you.
and that might. I mean, I on your screen I just see the
I
boxes
realized
still.
that. Probably because it's a new window. Yeah, it opened a new program.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
I mean, whatever. I guess I'll just switch it over.
Yeah, yeah.
Game capture. The
Oh, it's my project is still preparing.
yeah, I would think
Now
yours, because if yours has to do that, it's oh boy. Because
well, I'm at 77% now.
oh, okay, it's going way better than I thought. Oh, that's right. You got the dual PC thing again.
So that's the only reason why I can do this.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. It's showing. Oh, yeah. Just dismiss that.
Oh shit! Apple Store workers just won their first union contract. They're getting a 10% raise, benefits, severance pay. It's a
Wow.
high
Oh, yeah.
profile union battle. Holy fuck! This is a huge win for unions.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, if they could just let me access my files on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you can see. You can see that now. Yeah. No, I can.
I don't see any of that. Looks like a castle thing.
Yes.
Is that the right project?
Yes, that is. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna hit play and see what he says because I don't.
Yeah.
I do wonder why I have this and he does not.
With some maps, materials, meshes, and textures, they're going to help us demonstrate Unreal's lighting capabilities. I want to bring all of these assets into our original project called First Project. So to do so,
Oh.
I'm
I
going to
screwed
dock
up.
them to the sides of my screen. And let's go over.
Okay, I'm gonna close this. Oh,
I
it
don't
just
see.
defaulted back to that one. Sweet.
Oh, excuse me. I'm at 92%, but I don't see anything in my content.
Well, I suppose it's because you're
Got
not at 100%
lighting?
yet. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's
Oh,
why.
maybe that's
You just gotta
yeah.
sit and wait. Let me see.
Boring.
Yeah. Let's see. Mm, I'm gonna. In the meantime, no.
I've
Let's
only
open
got
up our
33
content. So
shaders
I'm going
left
to
to
dock
prepare.
them to the sides of my screen. Project lighting capabilities. I don't want to bring meshes and textures.
Where is this? Intro Unreal Project. I'm trying to see. In the meantime, do I have to refresh it or something? Probably. Content drawer.
I mean, he may. I don't know. Where are his files? Content,
Castle.
lighting examples, and materials. Oh, there's a bunch of materials
I
here.
think there's something I didn't do.
I'm not seeing anything populate in my game world either, but I have the materials in there.
Here, I'm gonna.
A folder
back.
called Zip the Project. I thought I have the folder to open up an Unreal into it, and it's specifically Intro Unreal Project. So just drag it onto our desktop to unzip it, and double click to go inside of the project folder. To open up an Unreal project, double click on the .u project. Now that I have the downloaded project open up, if I press Control and Space, we can see all.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, he's got nothing there now. But yeah,
What the heck?
what folder are you in?
Intro Unreal 5.
In the content tray,
intro-
the content drawer.
In the. No, not in the content drawer. I think I have to import it. Or something. I'm still at the part where I have to like drag and drop it or open it or something. Intro Unreal Project. I mean there's that project file.
Yep, just double click that.
That's probably going to bring up the same thing it did before.
And it'll open up the project, and then from within the project, we're gonna take a look at the content tray.
Let's see. Preparing mesh cards. Mesh field distance fields. Shader model is required to use virtual shadow maps. Please enable this in project settings, platform, windows.
Yeah, ignore that.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
It literally, I was.
If it's the yellow triangle, you can ignore the fuck out of that. If it's like a red X, that's what you actually pay attention to.
Oh, okay.
Like the little warning signs, those. How do I describe it? There's stuff there that it will always give you warnings. I don't know. Like, it's not really that important for this project. We're just going to be taking a bunch of textures, I think, at this point. But
I mean, I kind of get it just from like Unity too. It's like it's like a warning. A warning versus like this needs to be fixed right now, or it will not work.
The warnings are like, okay, we see what you're trying to do, and it is working. And maybe one of these days we'll actually update our messaging behind the warnings. And most of them are like deprecated and just sitting around, and the developers on the engine are like too lazy to do anything about it.
Yeah.
But the shit works anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That explains why you just ignore it.
Yeah.
I always did think it was like something they kind of wanted you to do on your end, but it wasn't per se required for it to completely function.
And there may be some settings that like that warning is really good for. Is like maybe we could fix it, but I don't think we're even going to be working in that project. I think he's just teaching us how to migrate right now.
Oh yeah, maybe. Okay, well, this thing's up and it looks exactly how I think it should. Yeah,
Okay.
I have the assets in the content drawer.
All right. So in the content drawer, you're going to go into the all folder, content folder,
And then
lighting
yeah.
examples.
Yeah, that's what he's about to do here. Yep.
Yep.
I think
And
I'm good now.
Sweet.
All the content that's currently inside of it. Now, if your content folder is empty, then that means you didn't unzip the project. So make sure you do unzip the project before opening it up. So I have a folder called lighting examples with some maps, materials, meshes, and textures. They're going to help us demonstrate Unreal's lighting capabilities. I don't want to bring all of these assets into our original project called First Project. So to do so, I'm going to dock them to the sides of my screen. And let's go open up our content drawer. So what I'm going to do is copy our lighting examples folder, which is right here.
Okay, so
and
so when he says dock,
I did
there's
it.
a really
I mean, you could probably tell, like, it's only half my screen now. It's because I did it. Yeah, I do know how to, like, do. I love that.
Okay.
You can do that in Windows. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Are we just dragging and dropping it from one to the other?
bring it
I think
into
so.
another project. To do so, we use a process called migration. And migration is really simple. Simply hover over the assets you want to bring into another Unreal project, right click, and select migrate. Now it's going to give us a list of
Lighting?
all the
Okay.
assets that are going to be migrated, and this all looks correct. So I'm going to click on OK. And now it's asking for a location to migrate them to. We specifically want to migrate them into the content folder of the destination project. And you can find out where the content folder is by double clicking on the original project file. So right here is first project, which is where this project is stored. And if I go into its project file, we see that there's a content folder, and this is the location that I want to migrate all these assets to.
I'm going to see if I can do something lazier. Content drawer. Or show in Explorer. There you go.
Are you using the file explorer?
Yeah.
You may not want to do that. There may
just-
be an actual programmatic function that happens within Unreal.
I mean, all I'm doing is, like, I just right-clicked on an asset and I said show in folder or show in Explorer just to show me
Yeah.
where in Explorer it is, so that I know
Oh, okay.
where I need to direct this migration to.
Sweet. Okay. Sorry, I
Because
misunderstood.
yeah, he like told you one way how to find where it is, and I'm like, you know what? I think I know another way, and I was right. Except I gotta make sure. How far out does this go? Okay. I really have. Wow. Okay. Apparently, I was smart enough to put it in OneDrive for some reason. Good job, me. Oh well, whatever.
Well, it's backed up now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, right? To somebody else's computer. Not that I care. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a tutorial. Okay. Now I need to actually do the thing. So I suppose just content, right? Just right click content, and was it that particular
Right in the
one?
content folder.
So
Yep.
It was
I-
the content folder. Okay. Just want to make
Uh-huh.
sure I was migrating the right folder. Because I've got a feeling I don't need a migrate engine. Yeah, I think
No.
it's, yeah, I think it's that. Yeah. Documents, Unreal projects. There we go. Where does he say to exactly in there?
could go through and manually navigate to this location, or I can copy its destination with Control C and Control V it right here.
Content.
Uh,
Oh yeah, there's a content folder within the. Okay. Probably that folder. Yeah. Yep. All right. Sweet. It's doing the thing. All right. Cool. I guess I don't need that anymore. Then I'm guessing is what he's gonna say.
So now I have the content folder of our original project selected. I'm telling Unreal that I want to move the files from Intro Unreal project to First Project. And click on Select Folder. So now we can see content migration successful. And if I go into First Project now, press Control and Space, under Content, we now have lighting examples, which are all the same assets from our downloaded project. Now, an alternative That's so we don't have to go and find where our project file is located. In order to get the content folder's location, I could press Control and space to go into the content drawer and right click on our content folder and go show and explore.
That's exactly what I did.
There you go.
This will automatically bring up the content folder from our project. Finally, let's talk about Unreal Engine 5's brand new lighting system called Lumen. And Lumen is revolutionary because it gives us real-time global illumination. And essentially, global illumination is just a very fancy term for light bounce. Because in real life, light doesn't just hit an object and stop. Instead, it hits an object, bounces off that object, and after each bounce, it illuminates the world. It also takes a little bit of that object's color and projects it onto the next object. For example, it might be a little bit hard to see because the video is being streamed, but here we have a red mouse, and light is hitting this mouse, taking a little bit of its color, and then projecting it onto any nearby objects. So if I move the mouse to the table, around the table, there's a little bit of a reddish tint that's coming from the bounce lighting. So global illumination is important because it's the secret to realistic rendering. But there's one large problem, and that is global illumination is very expensive to calculate. Real-time global illumination isn't possible without a super powerful GPU. And this is where Lumen comes in handy. Lumen is a brand new way to render global illumination at the fraction of a cost compared to traditional ways to get global illumination like hardware ray tracing. So to
Yeah, I
show
was gonna say this sounds like ray tracing, but okay, so they like have not ray trace. They have something that does the same thing, but it's completely optimized, and it's a totally different method of getting the same result. I
And
didn't.
it
actually know
reminds
that.
me of like the other way of dealing with lighting was to just simply bake your textures, your
Right.
game texture.
Yeah.
So you set up your level, you put all your lights in, and like your walls and your objects have the textures, and then you have your light sources, and then you like click the bake button, and then those textures on those walls will literally be changed.
Oh,
Yeah,
I whenever
it's
whenever you talked about baking and lighting, I always thought like you were like manually painting it onto the texture. I didn't realize like you were like real time seeing how the light works, and then you're like screenshotting onto the texture.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Exactly. So you take those flat textures, and then you take the information from the lighting sources, and then you bake it, and that process creates a new texture, which is the same like wall texture,
Yeah.
but it also got the shading and the brightness that would be there if you were observing it in real time, global illumination. But it's just like it's a workaround. It's a trick.
Super
It's cheap.
cool. Yeah, that's so
Yeah, it is.
cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of the industry standard, or at least it was when I was in college.
Yeah.
years ago.
Well, like I mean, now we have games that have day-night cycles, and like they can't get away with that.
Well, you can, because
Really?
you would just yeah. So the global, you still have some global illumination, but it's not really casting the complicated shadows and all the bouncing and ray tracing. It's changing like the
I guess
tint.
I have seen games. Not to cut you off, but I just realized like I've seen games where like when they do have a day-night cycle, like the shadows just kind of jump from one spot to another. Is that like them doing the same thing, but they just have like a shit ton of different textures, or?
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
what'll happen is like the old light source gets destroyed, and a new light source with different color properties gets created, and then the the shadows have to recalculate, and that's why they bounce around everywhere, because it's just that's just what happens. And then like the textures for everything could change, although you don't really need to, because again, the baking is really just there for mostly brightness and shadows.
Right.
So you can still have like a purple light source in the game go through a game world that has baking in it already, and it'll look weird. Like you'll have shadows in places that stay dark, even though this light source is passing near it.
It's conflicting. Yeah.
Yeah. So this sounds exciting if it can get around all these hardware limitations of ray tracing and bounce lighting and global illumination to give us something that is the same, but way less resource intensive. That's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I always thought like that was like one of the things that I look forward to about Unreal in particular is that it's like I know just like basic stuff like lighting and physics. It's like my understanding is that it just does it all for you. Like I don't have to make up or find a physics engine somewhere and drop it into Unreal. It's like it already has its own thing because physics are just one constant. I
Yeah.
mean, unless you want to make it in space or something.
Yeah, it depends. Like there's some presets that you can start with, like a 2D game or a 3D game, and then there's just parameters like, is there gravity? How powerful is the gravity? How high do you jump? And in Unity, you kind of, I remember you could like import some libraries, and then like you can change those parameters real easy, or you can code it all from scratch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, you should have the option, but I just think
Yeah.
it's great that like because 99% of projects like they're just gonna want to follow real world physics. So
Yeah.
like that's a constant that you could just have baked into the program engine.
Exactly,
Yeah.
the game engine. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna hit play now. I'm gonna see
Sweet.
where he goes with this.
Show Lumen in action, let's jump back into Unreal. And to do so, we need the content that we just migrated over. So if you haven't already,
I think I'm just gonna close. I've got a feeling he's not gonna say we can close it, but I think we can the other one.
Yeah,
You know.
I don't think you get the other one. I think you're right.
Okay.
make sure you download the lighting examples, link in the description below, and migrate it into our project from the previous chapter. So to begin, let's go to maps and light bounce. So as we can see, this is an insanely simple room. All we have is 4 walls and 2 objects and a light source. I've also gone ahead and added in a post-process volume. Since by default Lumen is turned on, I want to turn off Lumen to demonstrate how we used to get global illumination back in the Unreal Engine 4 date.
Where did you
is
find
this
light bulbs?
Yeah, I was actually just gonna ask if I wonder if we're expected to pull this out or if
Oh,
it's
in
just
maps?
explaining a concept.
Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Okay. I'm gonna load it.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause-
going to too. Light bounce. Yep. Save selected, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Okay.
Okay, so as we can see, global illumination method is set to none. Now let's just pretend that we're in Unreal Engine 4 and I want some global illumination since obviously shadows are never this dark. Normally you would see some light bouncing around to illuminate the shadow areas right here. So the first thing I would do is number 1, make sure my light sources are set to static, not movable. And number 2, I need to build my level. And to build, you want to come up to the build tab all the way up here, select it, and within the drop down, simply select build all levels. Right now, behind the scenes, Unreal is ray tracing our entire level and creating a light map. This light map contains all the lighting data, which it then overlays onto our world as a
If it's doing ray tracing, I don't recommend you hit that button.
texture. Now we are done building our lighting. It should have been pretty quick because this is a very small level. And if we look at our level, we can see that we do have global illumination. Notice how this sphere is no longer pitch black in the shadow areas. There's now light filling up the shadows, making it look a lot more realistic than beforehand. We can even see that there's some red on the sphere.
It's like he was saying the light bouncing off objects onto other objects.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here as bouncing from the red wall. Same thing over here. The entire room has a little bit of a greenish tint since this green wall is also bouncing light off. So this is how we used to get global illumination in Unreal Engine 4. And while this is great, there are some major issues. Mostly that our lighting and all our shadows are static. So if I select my sphere and move it around, we can see that the lighting breaks. Press Ctrl Z to undo that. Then even if I select my light source and move it around, the lighting also breaks. Notice how if I move my light
I do
away,
see it.
we now have 2 shadows.
It's kind of
So
like what
there's
you were
one
talking
shadow that's coming from the light source and another shadow that's coming from our light map, which is no good. So I'm press Ctrl and Z to put our lighting back in the original spot. And this is where Lumen comes in really handy because it allows us to have dynamic global illumination. So I can move my light around and move my sphere with no issues whatsoever. But first, we have to get rid of our light map since we did bake our world. To do so, you need the World Settings tab. Now, by default, there is no World Settings tab. We can get that by coming up to Windows and selecting World Settings all the way down here. And now we have our World Settings. As you can guess, World Settings is simply the settings of our world. So this is where we would control our light baking. And we will go over light baking settings in just a bit. But for now, I want to get rid of our light maps by selecting Force No Pre-Computed Lighting, which will tell Unreal that I don't want to use any light maps and I don't want to build our lighting.
Where did you find that?
Yeah, I was about
Advanced?
to look. Light mass. Oh, you light mass settings. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Advanced light maps, force no
Oh, they're
pre-computer lighting.
advanced.
You got that?
Oh, it's not under light mass settings. That's my issue. There. Oh, there it is. Okay, so he wants that checked.
Yes.
It's now enabled. Builds lighting wants to propagate the change.
Okay.
And then after I set that to true, make sure you press build. Now that didn't build our lighting. Instead, it went through and it got rid of all of our light maps.
Press build? What do you mean press build? Is there a build button? I wasn't
It's
watching.
a build tab, and then build all levels. I think that's what he meant.
Okay. I'll just build them.
In the
Oh,
top,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's all darker. Okay, I see. All right.
And I think that's him teaching us how to bake the lighting, like you were talking about.
Yeah. I think.
I think, because that was everything he just explained. It sounded like he was just explaining what you explained about baked lighting.
Yeah.
Like everything that he just did, like the last 5 minutes before we started doing stuff.
There's text in the shadow. It says preview and like
Yeah,
backwards.
I see that too.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah,
this is so cool.
I didn't realize it said preview. I just thought it was like, honestly, I just thought of like ripples on water. Like, cause
Yeah, I thought it was some kind of weird like shading effect. I was
Yeah.
like, what the? Wait, those are letters?
So let's come back to details. And now I'm going to set my light source to movable. So now that it's set to movable, we still aren't getting any global illumination.
Light source to movable. Where did he?
Click on the light, probably, and then.
You click on the light and go to details.
I mean, mine's already movable. I don't have to check anything. I can literally move it. I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what movable means.
Why would it not be movable? I don't get it. Where is he clicking? Wait. Oh, is that? Hang on.
I do notice that it
Scale location. Huh? Can you back up a second? I just want to see what he was doing.
Should sort of light map textures. Now that didn't mean. And then after I set that to true, make sure you press build. Yeah. Now that didn't build our lighting. Instead, it went through and it got rid of all of our light map textures. So let's come back to details. And now I'm going to set my light source to movable. So now that...
Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay. Right there. Sweet.
Oh, mine is static. Okay. I was just going to point out how... Well, technically, that's weird. You can move it when it's static, but I think it wasn't as fluid.
Yeah, you're right.
Moving. Yeah.
It doesn't say preview anymore.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It doesn't. Weird.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay.
That's set to movable. We still aren't getting any global illumination because if you remember in the post-process volume, I turned off lumen. So let me zoom in a little bit so we can see this better. Here is Unreal Engine 5 without lumen, and here is Unreal Engine 5 with lumen. So this is without, and this is with. And what's amazing is that I can move.
Not that I need to find that, but...
I wish I could find that. Is that in world settings?
It's in details.
No, it's in details.
It's under point light instance.
So this is without, And
Light profile.
There's a global illumination tab.
Everything's so fucking small.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through all the tabs. Is it in transform? No. Light? No. Rendering? No.
Look for
Light
global
math?
illumination.
Global illumination.
I don't see that. Oh, that's weird.
Where the fuck
I
is
also
it?
see reflections. It's above reflections. Why are these not
Method.
alphabetical?
What the fuck? All middle. It's in like the
Yeah,
middle.
he has it set to all.
All.
Yeah.
Global.
All right.
if you remember in the post-process volume, I turned off lumen.
Post process. Oh my god.
Post-processing.
Oh my god. We selected the light. We have to select the post process. This guy is getting. This guy is getting on my nerves. Oh, okay. I figured it out. Method.
So let me zoom, because if you remember,
Aluminum.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Lumen.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Yeah. Lumen. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It looks so neat.
in the post-process volume, I turned off lumen. So let me zoom in a little bit so that we can see this better. Here is Unreal Engine 5 without lumen, and here is Unreal Engine 5 with lumen. So this is without, and this is with. And what's amazing is
So
that I
much
can
better.
move this light around, and there are no issues. I can even move this sphere and make it bigger, smaller, and Unreal is calculating all this global illumination at a very smooth frame rate, which is absolutely amazing. This was not possible in Unreal Engine 4. So if I grab this light, and even if I move it all the way over here, we can see that there's bounce lighting coming from the light hitting the wall, and then bouncing and hitting the sphere, giving our entire sphere a little bit of a reddish tint on the right side, which is very realistic.
It's not on for me. Or, I mean, like it's on, but because he said it's very smooth, right? It doesn't. It still seems only as smooth as when it was
No,
off.
this is a huge amount of
Here, let me look at his
progress though. Like it.
Oh, it
This
definitely,
is smooth
like-
as shit.
Entire sphere, a little bit of a reddish.
Okay, his like seriously though. No, it's like at least 60 frames per second when he does it. When I do it, it's.
Oh, well, we're streaming.
Hold on, let me look at his light.
And hitting the sphere,
The light itself.
giving our
when he
entire
drags it.
sphere a little bit of a.
Okay, okay. I think the issue is that it's just moving at a. It's moving in a. Oh God, what is the word I'm looking for?
Jittery.
The light itself isn't moving smoothly. Like it's probably a setting that I have where it's like it's moving in increments instead of.
You're snapping. You're snapping.
Yeah, snapping. That's the word. Snapping instead of.
Yeah.
continuous.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
At the top right of your view window, there are blue and white
Turn that
buttons.
Off, maybe? Oh
Yeah,
I got
one
it.
that
That was it. I
Sweet.
found it. It was the grid. The grid
Gotcha.
icon. Yep. Okay, now I can do it.
reddish tint on the right side, which is very realistic. We can even come into the point light settings and gives ourselves a softer shadow by increasing the source radius. So if I increase this, notice that the
Nice.
shadows get softer and softer. Global illumination used to be pretty expensive since you'd have to use hardware ray tracing, but now, thanks to Lumen, it's accessible to everyone, while running at a smooth frame rate depending on your computer. And something that was not possible in UE4, even with hardware ray tracing, is that if I come in,
It's still crazy to me how like how everybody was like, "Oh my God, ray tracing! It's the new thing. It's the next thing. It's it's the
Yeah.
future." And now we're here talking about something that's like, "Oh, hey, actually."
Well, I remember when Valve came out with high dynamic range in the mid O's,
Are you
zeros.
serious?
Oh yeah, high dynamic range
I feel like I was just
What?
hearing about that like a few years ago.
It never totally went away. It's been like incorporated into other lighting systems and stuff because it was so revolutionary. Because I think it like introduced the first way to like really have bounce lighting in a video game.
Yeah.
So like Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life 2 Source, anything with a Source engine had high dynamic range, and then like that was the big hot thing for a while, and then ray tracing came out, and that was the next big hot thing, and now we've got Lumen.
Yeah. Okay. Are we thinking of the same thing when you say high dynamic range? Are you sure you don't mean like rasterization or something? Because I've only in the last few years been hearing about, because people talk about, oh, I got a new TV with high dynamic range. I got a monitor with high dynamic range. You know what I mean?
It's separate. It was
Okay,
Valve's
same
lighting
word,
system.
same word, two things.
Yep.
Okay, that's my confusion. Okay.
Now that you mention it, now that I'm thinking about it, there was high dynamic range kind of came back a bit recently in recent years, and hardware kind of adapted around it. So that could be it. It's
Okay.
like the products are kind of adapting around that technology, that digital technology, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Into lighting examples, materials, and use M_emissive material. Our emissive
Okay.
materials.
Oh my God! You can just put a light on an object now.
Oh,
This thing it's like casting light on it.
God, I tried to figure out how to do that in Unity when I was in college, and I never fucking could. But here it is. Great, awesome,
And
thanks.
use M_emissive material.
So under lighting examples, materials.
Yeah.
I never would have even considered doing that. That's crazy. Okay.
What if you want a big glowy crystal?
Yeah, I just can't believe I never even asked it if that would ever be a thing. Why did I not think about that?
Material. Our emissive materials give off light. So I'm able to light up a scene by just using our materials, which is really amazing. So I'm going to press Ctrl and Z to undo those. Since now it's time to go over all the different light sources that Unreal Engine has to offer. So to begin, let's talk about the point light. So I'm going to delete it, and to get a point light, you want to come up to the add button, of course, and under lights, drag in a point light. So the point light is the most basic of lights. It's just a point that emits light in all directions. So let's go over the most important settings in the details panel, and probably the most important one right now is intensity. So it's at 8 candelas. I can bring this down to 1, 2, or even something insanely large like 100 to change the power of the light source. But for now, I'm going to leave this at 4. We also have the source radius, which I just went over, but if we increase it and make sure that you do have game view turned off up here, you can see that there is and hopefully you can see this a little bit better with the red background. We have the outline of a yellow sphere. And this sphere basically tells us the size of our light emission. And the larger our yellow sphere is, then the more soft our shadows will be. And as I decrease this all the way back down to its default of 0, we get some really harsh shadows. So if we want to soften that up, bring up the source radius. Now right below that, we have temperature. So temperature allows us to change how warm or cold our light source is. If I bring this down, our light source gets warmer and warmer. And if I bring this up, it gets colder and colder. And I can disable temperature by clicking on the temperature button. And all the way down here, we have light color. So as you can guess, light color just changes the color of our light. The controls are exactly the same as our materials. And above all of these is the indirect lighting intensity. So right now it's set at 1. When I set it to 0, we're going to have very little bounce light, and our shadows end up like beforehand where they're pretty dark. Not much bounce lighting is happening. Or instead of 1, which is its default, I can bring it up to 10, and now we have a lot of bounce lighting. So I'm just going to leave it at 1 for now. So those were all the main settings for point lights. I'm going to delete that, and let's go over the next light right now. and that is the spotlight. The spotlight is very similar to the point light, although unlike the point
I keep copying what he's doing, but I think I'm starting to realize I could just watch.
Yeah, I think this is more of a lecture moment.
Yeah, he's just showing all the options.
light, the spotlight is just illuminating one direction. And you could change the direction the light is pointing by, of course, rotating it. The settings are the exact same as the point light, except we have an inner and outer cone angle. So the outer cone angle will control the size of our spotlight, and the inner cone angle will control the fall off of our light. So I'm going to go to game view mode so we can better see this. And as I increase the inner cone angle, we can see that our lighting gets sharper and sharper and sharper. And if I decrease it all the way to 0, there's a very soft fall off. So those are the controls for the spotlight. I'm going to delete that and go into the next one. And that is the rectangle light. So rectangle light is pretty similar to the spotlight.
Yeah.
How does he go into game view mode?
That is a question that I was I was half asking myself that question too. Oh, I think it's on the, well, there's a play this level. Maybe that's what he did. Here, let me, oh shoot. Well, now I'm in a game mode.
Oh,
Oh, and then he just hit escape
playing.
to quit.
Okay.
I think he did just hit the play button, you know, to play this level. I think that's what he did.
Okay.
Light and directional light.
Well, no, I don't think that's what he did, because actually he was able to manipulate settings.
Shit. Okay.
Rectangle light. For the spotlight, I'm going to delete that and go into the next one. And that is the, if I decrease the inner cone angle, we can see as the point light, rotating it. The settings are the exact same as the point light, except we have an inner and outer cone angle. So the outer cone angle will control the size of our spotlight, and the inner cone angle will control the fall off of our light. So I'm going to go to game view mode so we can better see this. And as I increase the inner cone angle,
Must be a hotkey. That's probably a hotkey.
All right, hold on. Viewport modes. Perspective, no. Cinematic, no. What the fuck? Change the game view mode. Okay. F1 through F8. Oh, shit.
That's a lot of modes.
It's manipulating my browser, not my. What the fuck?
Yes.
I'm in Unreal.
Oh.
What the fuck? I have no clue what's going on.
F1 brought up help, I think.
Level editor. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, that wasn't it. Oh. Well, F10 closes the settings on the right. Well, so does F11 question mark? I don't know. 10 and 11 did stuff. Oh, 11 like is like full screen basically. Yeah, okay.
Let's game view mode then.
I don't know. G? Oh, actually, I think it was G.
Okay, it's not
Tap G.
G.
Toggle with G. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh my god. He's talking about hiding the icons?
Probably.
Okay, yes, that's what he's talking about. Yes,
Yeah.
okay, thank you so much. That was starting to really
you can see
fuck
that our
with me.
lighting gets sharper and sharper and sharper. And if I decrease it all the way to 0, there's a very soft fall off. So those are the controls for the spotlight. I'm going to delete that and go into the next one. And that is the rectangle light. So rectangle light is pretty similar to the spotlight and directional light, except now we're emitting from a rectangle pointing in a specific direction. Hopefully you can see the outline of the light when it's against the wall. And I control the size of the rectangle by going into source width and increasing the width or I can increase the height. I can
It's like a
even, just like
panel light.
beforehand, play with the fall
Yeah,
off
like what you'd
by
use for
decreasing the barn door angle from 88
well,
all the way
streaming.
to 0.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can better see it from this angle, what the barn door is. Or I can increase the length. So we have a lot of control over the specific fall off of that rectangle light. Other than that, the controls are the same. So let's delete that. And next up is probably the light you're going to be using the most, the directional light. So we don't see anything with the directional light right now because I have to rotate it to see what it does. And as you can guess, this is the sunlight. So the sunlight is pointing in a specific direction infinitely. And just like the spotlight, if I rotate this around, I'm able to control the direction of our sun. The directional light has pretty much the same exact controls as our point light, except if I zoom in on the shadows, we get source angle. Bringing up the source angle makes the shadows smoother, and bringing down the source angle makes the shadows sharper. So I'm going to reset its value by clicking on the arrow icon.
It's subtle, but it did it.
And I'm going to delete our directional light since there's one last light I want to show.
Why is it so
And
dark?
that is
My directional light is fucking not lighting shit up at all.
Let me see. Let me see.
Like it's there.
He had to rotate it before it showed anything in his. Probably because it's just kind of pointing to nowhere. Like there's no map it's pointing to. You got to rotate it.
No map. I don't know. I've got an arrow pointing down here.
Yeah, it's showing where it's currently pointing. As soon as I remember how to rotate a stupid object, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's not. It's not R. It's E.
Yeah.
E and then X? No. Y? No, I don't think so. Z? Which axis? I don't even know.
Why? Oh god, this intensity. What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? Why is this? What?
Oh, there's definitely just a bit of light when I rotate it. There's definitely something. I just need to.
What the fuck? Oh my god, I got it. Holy shit. There's like no light until I'm pointing. Where am I pointing?
Yeah.
Am I pointing at the back corner?
Yeah, I don't know. But
that's weird.
If I go back to when he put it in,
the directional
same thing happened.
And anything with the directional light right using the most,
he put it
the
in.
directional light. So we don't see anything with the directional light right now because I have to rotate it to see what it does. And as you can guess, this is the sun.
See?
That's a day-night cycle.
Yeah.
It was at midnight. That's why. Oh my god. Holy fuck.
Oh,
all right.
That makes sense. I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh my god, why can't I figure out which axis is it?
The blue one.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay.
Actually, all the axes.
Yeah, okay,
That's
weird. That did it. Okay, sweet. And then I had the angle snap on too. I had to turn that off. Okay. Yeah, okay. I've got it working now too.
Sweet.
It's probably good that you had me that you got me to inadvertently got me to try it out. It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Sunlight. So the sunlight is pointing in a specific direction infinitely. And just like the spotlight, if I rotate this around, I'm able to control the direction of our sun. The directional light has pretty much the same exact controls as our point light, except if I zoom in on the shadows, we get source angle. Bringing up the source angle makes the shadows smoother, and bringing down the source angle makes the shadows sharper. So I'm going to reset its value by clicking on the arrow icon, and I'm going to delete our directional light since there's one last light I want to show, and that is the skylight. So let's drag in the skylight, and you'll notice nothing is happening. And the reason why is because the skylight is pretty unique. Essentially what it does is that it captures our sky and then it projects it onto our world. And right now our skylight isn't doing anything because obviously our world doesn't have any sky. So the way we can add sky is pretty simple in Unreal Engine 5. You just want to come up to the add button, come all the way down to visual effects, and drag in a sky and atmosphere. Simply place it right there. And again, if I look up, we don't.
Oh, this is how you. Oh, right.
What do you mean place it? I just clicked. I'm not. Was he talking about placing?
Yeah, I think he was gonna get in that, and then I paused it.
Oh.
Because I spaced out for 2 seconds and then came back. So we're adding an. We're adding an atmosphere, right?
Yeah, you go to the
sky.
plus button, and then you go to visual effects.
Oh, visual
and then
effects.
you select.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sky
yeah. You're right.
atmosphere.
It just popped right in after I.
Yeah, I didn't place anything.
Yeah.
Since
And
the sky requires a directional light, which is the sunlight. So let's also come up to add, down to lights, and drag in a directional light for our sky. Now, if our skylight isn't working, then it has to be refreshed by going into the details panel and turning on and off effects world. Now, the reason why I know the lighting in our room right now is from the sky and not from the directional light is because the directional light is not hitting the inside of our room. So if I move it around, then we can see that our directional light is illuminating our room. But if I move it, that's how it's coming from the back. The lighting is entirely coming from the skylight. And we can see this better by hiding and unhiding the skylight by using the effects world right there. So here the skylight is being used, and here the skylight isn't.
Skylight.
So this is
God,
without
he is
skylight,
so bad.
and this is with skylight.
He's so goddamn bad at explaining what he's doing, because I'm trying to work with him, but he's doing all these clicks and all these points and all these actions like so quickly, but he doesn't actually describe them. So I'm really struggling to follow him. What is he talking about? I'm not even really sure what he's explaining.
Kind of lost me too a bit. And I'm just sitting here.
Coming from the skylight. But if I move it around, is because the directional light is not hitting, is from the sky.
Because, like, I also, when I put the atmosphere in, it just showed up. So maybe we just happened to point it in the right direction for that to work?
So we have a skylight that we have to...
Oh, that's the atmosphere's light. Or whatever.
There's the skylight has to be on the scene, the sky atmosphere has to be on the scene, and a directional light also has...
I'm not sure why he had to add a directional light.
Doesn't work if it's rotated weird. Is that right? I wasn't really following his logic. He wasn't really explaining anything. Like if we turn... what's going on? No, I'm rotating the skylight. Directional light. If we turn the directional light, he said that if it's facing the back of the room, then we only get the skylight. But when I rotate it so that it's only facing the back of the room, my entire... Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, there. Zoom out. Yeah, there's a horizon now.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Is that what he was talking about?
Well, that just popped up. Like, let's see.
And it has to be dragging a directional light for our... So let's also come up to add, down to lights, and drag in a directional light for our sky. Now, if our skylight isn't...
You know what? I think he just deleted I think he just deleted his other directional light so that he could show that if you put the atmosphere in first, it's not going to do anything without adding in a directional light.
Okay. I think you're right. I think I just came to that realization too. And now, for some reason, after I've rotated my directional light, I think after I've rotated... No, the skylight... Rotating the skylight does nothing. But if you rotate the directional light away from the room so that it's all black, then the skylight that's in the room kicks on.
Yeah.
So if get it to all black and then you let go.
Mine's just black.
Yep, just get it to all black and let go.
What about this one?
And then select the skylight and try rotating that. Try affecting it.
I think even though I can rotate that, it doesn't actually do anything.
I think you're right.
I
But
think
some-
that's really just an on-off type thing. Unless maybe...
how did he get it to work? How did I get it to work? I don't even know how I got this to work.
I really think we just added a skybox. I don't know.
Well, that's what the sky atmosphere is.
Yeah.
Is a skybox.
I don't know. I think that's all we really need to get out of it.
Wait. With the skylight selected, go into the light menu on the right. And scroll down to the checkbox effects world. Is that checked for you?
I don't even have... the only thing I have is post-process volume. For
Where's
light.
where's your skylight?
Actually, well, I mean, that's weird. Actually, now that I'm really looking at it, yeah, I don't see any of the assets he has.
What the fuck is... you have none of your assets.
Yeah, but I definitely have a sky atmosphere. It's right there. Where the heck are all those?
Why are your assets missing? What the...
More specifically, they're just not showing up in there. That is, that is weird.
Hide actor. Oh wait. Okay. In that menu, upper right corner, the gear icon. Click on that.
Oh, maybe? No.
The gear. Oh no, I can't see.
Oh, I did click that hide actor components. It didn't. Everything else is unchecked.
Do you have
So-
always frame selection? No. What the fuck?
And I clicked that, and that didn't change. That didn't do it. I clicked.
All right, let's rewatch him then. This is working for me, but I have no idea how I got it.
Working lights. If you just want to have any. All right, essentially, none is these. Or I'm gonna restart. If I zoom in on the shadow.
I'm just skipping to see if I think. I don't know. Mine's just being weird.
Well, mine's being weird too. I don't know why mine's being weird.
Type filters? Oh, I might have filters on. That's why I had filters on.
Filters? What filters?
You click on open the or up shoot. Above where it says search, there's to your left. There's like there's like that drop down menu. These are filters.
Oh. Okay. All right. So if you click with the directional light pointing so that everything is dark, select the skylight and bring it into the room. I think it's spawned outside of the room. So if you not the directional light, the skylight.
Yeah.
And make sure that is inside the room. Press W for directional control.
Okay, so I move that and nothing changes.
Okay. And you have effect. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now on the right-hand side, with the skylight selected, go into the right-hand side. Do you see the light section? Where it's like transform section, the light section? Drop-down menu.
Oh, down here?
Bottom right. I don't actually know where. Yeah, there. So there's a checkbox in the light section called Effects World.
Okay.
Do you see that?
No, but light section effects world. I'll find it. I just gotta keep looking.
It's at the top. It's
it's
directly underneath transform.
Oh, okay. There's location, there's rotation, there's scale.
And then
Mobility.
underneath that, light.
Planet.
Underneath that, light.
Atmosphere. Atmosphere relay. Atmosphere.
Okay,
maniac.
let's no, just look at the drop down titles. Not the list items, the drop down titles, the headers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got transform.
Yep. And then there's
And
planet.
what the fuck?
And then there's atmosphere. And
What the fuck? You have what the Oh, hey, I got anyway,
planet.
this is making what am I selecting? This the skylight. You're selecting the skylight?
Sky atmosphere. Oh, is that those are different?
Nope.
Nope.
Skylight. Yes. Okay, that explains that. All right, the skylight.
I might not have a skylight. Oh, I probably don't have it in here.
Oh, have you not created it yet?
Skylight. Nope. That's
You haven't
why.
created it.
That's
Okay,
why.
okay.
Okay, that's why.
All right, all right.
Look at
See,
that.
we're working
There's
it
a
out.
thing now. Okay, so there was a thing that I totally was just gonna blow that off, but had you not insisted on me figuring it
Oh
out.
no, it looks immediately better.
Yeah,
Look
it
at that.
does. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
does.
it. Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Shadows, we get source angle. Bringing up the source angle makes the shadow smoother, and bringing down the source angle makes the shadows sharper. So I'm going to reset its value by clicking on the arrow icon, and I'm going to delete our directional light since there's one last light I want to show, and that is the skylight. So let's drag in the skylight, and you'll notice nothing is happening. And the reason why is because the skylight is pretty unique. Essentially what it does is that it captures our sky and then it projects it onto our world. And right now our skylight isn't doing anything because obviously our world doesn't have any sky. So the way we can add sky is pretty simple in Unreal Engine 5. You just want to come up to the add button, come all the way down to visual effects, and drag in a sky and atmosphere.
He's showing what happens when you do and don't have things in the world. So he's like deleting things and he's putting stuff in. Like I'm keeping up. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got confused on one thing.
Yeah.
Simply place it right there. And again, if I look up, we don't have any sky, since the sky requires a directional light, which is the sunlight. So let's also come up to add, down to lights, and drag in a directional light for our sky. Now, if our skylight isn't working, then it has to be refreshed by going into the details panel and turning on and off effects world.
I knew
Now,
it.
the reason why I know the lighting in our room right now is from the sky and not from the directional light is because the directional light is not hitting the inside of our room. So if I move it around, then we can see that our directional light is illuminating our room. But if I move it, that's how it's coming from the back. The lighting is entirely coming from the skylight. And we can see this better by hiding and unhiding the skylight by using the effects world right there. So here the skylight is being used, and here the skylight isn't. So this is without skylight, and this is with skylight. And something that's pretty cool about the skylight is that if I add in a cube, so let's come up to shapes, cube, drag that in, scale that up, we can make a makeshift door. And now notice how as I move my cube, the skylight slowly starts to illuminate our room. So that's why the skylight is a pretty big deal, since it allows us to capture our sky and project it onto our world as lumen lighting. And finally, it's time to go over lumen settings. So these are settings that affect all of our lumen lighting before we move on to lighting an environment completely from scratch. So I'm going to delete everything, and I'm just going to add in a simple point light once again, because I want to show and also decrease the intensity to 4. And this is probably something you've noticed, is that there is a lot of noise, especially in the shadows. Now, I don't know if it shows up due to the YouTube compression, But if you are following along with the tutorial, you can see a lot of that noise. And to get rid of that noise, we need to play with the lumen settings, which are located in our post-process volume. So find out where your post-process volume is. As a reminder, you can create a
Okay, I'm gonna catch up.
All right, so now we select the post-process volume object, and now we're going to play with the settings. We haven't really done anything yet. He's explained a few things, but we haven't done anything.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my. Oh, was it a point light?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I see the artifacting he's talking about.
Yeah. Wait. Light balance, failed to save.
Try saving it again.
Failed to save map data packages. Oh, I'll just continue.
Then that's weird.
Light bounce shit failed to save. Okay. Well, everything else saved, so fuck it.
So he said post-process volume, and wrong thing.
post-process volume. So find out where your post-process volume is. As a reminder, you can create a post-process volume by coming up to add, volumes, and post-process volume, and make sure in your post-process volume that infinite extent unbound is turned on, because otherwise our post-process volume will not be affecting our entire world.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was just saying if it was infinite or within a cube.
Okay.
Now we can just find it and make sure that it's checked. Where are you? Constraints? No. I'm gonna go back.
Then unbound is turned on, because otherwise our
Post-process volume settings. Oh, I don't have it checked. I don't know why it changed. Oh, because I clicked on something.
All
That's
right.
right.
Now can I save? Failed to. What the fuck? What is up with this lighting shit?
Yeah, that's not good. I'm not sure why you're having an issue.
Do I have to build?
Maybe. Well, I don't think you should. I mean, you might as well try, but...
Yeah.
Oh, you did have to build? Okay.
No.
Oh, just... Yeah, might as well check. Right.
That's so weird. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm learning other shit.
Yeah.
We can continue.
We will continue as soon as I remember where the heck... Oh, right there. Infinite extent. Okay. Yeah, I do have it checked.
post-process volume will not be affecting our entire world. So you want to come down all the way inside the post-process volume to global illumination, and by default lumen is turned on, and we get a bunch of lumen settings under lumen global illumination. So first off, to get rid of that noise, check final gather quality and increase it from 1 to 4. Now,
Okay.
Gather quality 1 to 4. 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Scale went up to 2 when I slid it, but whatever.
Oh, there it is. Check that. And then 4. Oh yeah, that looks better.
now we can see that noise slowly start to disappear, and there is a lot less noise. We can even increase this to 10, and now our scene definitely looks a lot better. So if we hover over any of these settings, it gives us a very quick description. While final gather quality does get rid of the noise, it also comes at the cost of GPU. So just keep that in mind, that if you do increase final gather quality, you might lose on some performance. There are also some other settings, which I'm going to go over in the next chapter. That's the basics.
Okay.
Okay.
It's...
You want to take a break?
I'm thinking if I want... I'm thinking how much more I want to do.
We're going after baking lighting after this.
Archivist lighting lumen. Definitely you could take a break. Well, I I kind of need to go to bed earlier again this week.
Oh.
Just because, oh man, I've been up since 5. I had like
Ooh.
8 hours of sleep on Monday, and that was cool. That was good. That happened that one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
I'm
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna catch up on sleep this weekend.
okay.
Like,
Well, we went through 2.5 hours of Unreal tutorials.
Yeah.
We learned.
it's taking. I mean, I'm fine with it taking more than I thought we'd get through in 2 sessions, but I thought maybe we wouldn't, and we're not, and I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm not too worried about how quickly we get through this. Like, you know,
It's a 5-hour video. Holy shit.
yeah,
Yeah, like we have to make frequent stops to
check stuff.
figure out what
Yeah.
we're doing. He's not very good at
It's a full,
explaining what he's doing.
it's a full course. Like, as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned.
Okay, well, we can call it here, and
Yeah.
we'll pick it up next week or whenever you want to. I'm down to visit this on non-Thursday streams, depending on what your interests are, of course.
Maybe if I find time sometime.
Yeah. Okay then. Well,
right.
we can wrap it up.
All right. Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, actually, my brain is kind of fried, so maybe stopping here
Yeah.
is a good point.
That's what I'm trying to
All right,
think
well,
too. It's like, yeah, I feel like definitely by the time you hit 3 hours, that's why I was almost like maybe not even take a break, because it's like then we'd probably just do like half an hour and then that would be 3 hours. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, maybe good enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, we'll do this next week then, and we'll see you then. Thank you,
right.
everybody, for joining and watching and commenting and farting and not telling us. I don't know.
All right.
People do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Thank you, lovelies, for joining us today. We'll see you later. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Why am I so bad at ending a thing? Okay.
I ruined it.
Okay. All right. I'll see you later. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you lovelies later. Jenny.